All right, one more quick video. Tonight I am going to make sure, or I'm going to do my best again. This is my 15th attempt to explain the solar singularity theory, and I'm going to do it with an actual map of the Milky Way galaxy. Okay? So, what I keep telling you is there is only one sun. There is only one sun. So here in this center where it looks like light, this is the black hole that we can't see because we can only see less than 1%. We can't see 99.999% of the light spectrum, right? So this is the center of the black hole. This is the black light. This is the harp that is playing every octave, every frequency. Every single freaking star you see, every single one, even these little bitty tiny ones, every single one of them come from this central sun, the black hole, the Schwarzschild sun, the singularity. It all comes from here. So, like I've told you, it's black light is what we see it as. When black light hits a plasma field, all right? Think about a cell, your cells that you have. You have different layers of your cell and they have fluid in them, okay? The fluid is what is reflecting, okay? So we have a plasma field that is at the top. It's in the membranes of our sphere that we live in. When black light, so we have a black light, a direct black hole shines directly on our plasma field that our sphere is in. It creates a perfect circle, white light sun like our sun, because when black light reflects off water or plasma, same thing, or just different consistencies. But when black light reflects off water, it creates white light. That's why we have a white light sun, okay? So, this center black hole is shooting out in all directions. All directions. And everywhere that there is a sphere plasma field, a sun appears. A perfect circle sun. The suns that are like cymatic stars that are the center of realms shooting straight up like Polaris, those are intersecting with the plasma field too, but those stars aren't coming from the center, the central sun here, the singularity. Those are coming, so Polaris is the center of Earth. It is the Merkaba energy signature, the Kurzweil, the elongated golden ratio, shooting straight up into the sky. So that's why it's all cymatic-y shaped looking versus our sun, the solar sun. It's called the solar sun when you're looking at it in the third dimension. But that's why it's a perfect circle, okay? So the Polaris star is also hitting a plasma field, but we see that star because that energy signature is, again, coming directly from the center of Earth. It is the explosion of the Merkaba, just like your heart. Inward pull, implosion, right? So we have the black hole. It's reflecting on all these different plasma. These are all little plasmas. They're not little, they're planets, or whatever, but everything is a toroidal sphere. So the empty black stuff is pure potential. It's plasma, but it's pure potential. It could be anything. It just needs something to act upon it. Because it's already spiraling. It's a part of the universe to spiral. Everything is the spiral. So when you look here, our solar system is here. Here's Polaris. Notice how it's directly above right here. That's because it's shooting straight out. So anywhere that you have And so how do the plasma fields form? The plasma fields that are around the spheres, they form from the give me a second, I will think of it here. The morphogenic field. So the morphogenic field is the field that comes from where there's life. There's always a morphogenic field. And I did a video on this earlier where I was like, I couldn't decide if it was the chicken or the egg. Where, did life happen first and that created the plasma, or was the plasma there first that created the sun? But in order to have the plasma belt up there on the sphere, you would have had to have life. So I said they had to happen simultaneously. But so that is what the solar singularity theory is. It shows you that every single star, what you're seeing when we see a star, the perfect circle ones, now they form differently. They look, different based upon the elements, the harmonics, the frequencies of that specific part of space that it's in or whatnot. But essentially, this is how it all works. So like this black light that's coming from this central sun, it looks like light right now, but it's the center, it's the implosion side of the black hole. It is the sucking inside is what we always see. So this light is coming off of here and it's intersecting with all these different plasma bodies, all these different ones everywhere. And the suns are inside of the worlds. They're inside of the top membranes of the spheres themselves. And then every dimension, so all the blueprints are the same for all the worlds. They all have 12 dimensions. The blueprints themselves are the same. And so essentially you kind of know how each world is going to be set up because they all have the exact same blueprint of how the world will be structured itself. So kind of think of it like a ball like this, but it's a toroidal sphere. There's realms, each level of dimension, except the fourth, because the fourth is the mirror realm, it's the astral. There's no sun or moon in the fourth, but the third is the solar sun. That's the one that we currently live in. Then you go to the fifth dimension, and the sun and moon, they change and they do different things. They have different attributes. One might help things grow. The next dimension, the sixth and the seventh, the eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th. The 12th is just the singularity, but they all have their own suns and moons, all in our own sphere. Nested realms going inward towards the center of this sphere singularity. So all the realms are nested going inward. So the center of this sphere, this ball here, would be the singularity, the black hole. So the same way that black hole from the center of the galaxy, our Milky Way galaxy, is shining and creating our sun, the Earth itself has the exact same mechanism with the singularity in the center. And that singularity shooting up is why we see Polaris in the night sky. And that's why I've also said that every single sphere, every single realm would think that they were at the center of the universe, because every single realm would have an energy signature going straight up. That's what the Russian airplane caught when it flew over the top and saw the North Gate, all that translucent light. But every single planet or sphere that holds life, they would all think they're in the center of the universe, because they would all have their own Polaris, their own center star that never moved. And they would always be a cymatic shaped looking one. And they would always be a binary star to their own star. And that's because the heart realm that is shooting it straight up is connected to the planet that star is inside that membrane. I know it's confusing, but anyways, that's the solar singularity theory. I hope it makes sense this time. Have a great night. Namaste.